My name's Miss Renicky. I teach 8th grade language arts. So there are 2 questions that I want for you to ask yourself right now. What assets do you bring to an online learning community? And then how can you use those assets to make your experience and others' experiences better? You've spent all morning learning about and identifying your strengths, those things that you are really great at. I want for you to identify 3 right now that you think really will benefit those online learning communities that you are going to be a part of this year at Robert Eagle Staff. There are going to be times during the year that you feel like this about the math that you're working on, or about the writing that you're being asked to do, or a project you're working on, or the science you're learning, or trying to practice a musical instrument at home by yourself. There are going to be times this year where we feel like we do not have these strengths in these areas. But I want for you to remember that when you come to that virtual class, that you bring these amazing assets, these amazing gifts, these amazing talents, these amazing skills that we need in that learning environment. So even when the math is hard, and it will be because our math teachers ask you to do really hard things, or even when the project feels really big and hard, because it will be, because we ask you to do hard things at Robert Eagle Staff, I want for you to come to class, right? Bringing those assets. Like maybe you are really great at explaining things. Even something that took you a really long time to learn, maybe you're able to really explain that well to your peers. Please bring that asset to the online virtual class, because your peers are going to need to learn from you. Maybe like writing your thinking is actually pretty hard, but you are really great at speaking and talking about your learning, right? That is an incredible skill that you bring to class. Or maybe you are really funny and a great leader, right? You are great at making people feel comfortable. You're great at making people laugh. You're great at making people feel like they can join in and participate, leading those groups. All of those are assets that you bring to any community that you're a part of, and they are going to be so important to our online learning communities this year at Robert Eagle Staff. So right now, I want for you to think about what are 3 assets? What are 3 strengths of yours? What are 3 things that you bring that others may not bring to the classroom that really will make your experience and others' experience better? So I thought I would show you mine. So this is me and my daughter Elizabeth. She's 2 years old now, so she was only about 1 in this picture. But I wanted to tell you about 3 of my assets. So the first one is that I'm really detail-oriented. So I really like spending time figuring out the best way to teach a skill or a lesson. And that means that I'm usually really clear when I teach a lesson, which helps students. I think this year it's going to be really helpful during online live classes that I'm so detail-oriented. Another asset of mine is that I am really silly. I'm pretty silly, and I love to laugh. I think this year we're going to need to laugh a lot. So I definitely think that is something I will bring to these online learning communities because I think we're going to want to laugh. I'm also really patient. I don't get flustered easily, and I'm able to keep my calm in stressful situations. I think this is going to be helpful this year because I know things aren't going to always go as planned. This will make students feel calm even when something is not working. So right now, I want you to go back to your list of assets or strengths that you checked in question 1. Go back to what a loved one said were your strengths or those things that made you really unique or special. And identify 3 of those that you think really will benefit your online learning communities, really will make your experience and others' experience in those communities better. and then tell us how. Okay, get started.